City at home and Chelsea away. 4 points out of 6 is not bad. Trust me, it's not bad, man. Chelsea's not an easy game on the calendar. I know that Chelsea obviously are not the greatest team right now, and I know Chelsea are definitely nowhere near what we've seen from them in gone by seasons. But Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is still a dangerous game. Guys, trust me, it's a point gained, man. And you guys have watched me for a long time, those of you that have been here before. You know that my opinion on Arsenal, I always say it as it is. I will say when it's crap. I will genuinely say it when it's crap. This is a point gained. I'll tell you why it's a point gain, Arsenal fans. Anyone that disagrees, listen to my point right now when I tell you it's a point gained. Before the game, would I have taken a point? No. I wanted to win before the game 100%. But in a 38-game Premier League season, you will not play well in every single game. Trust me, guys. Man City will not play well in every single game. Arsenal will not play well in every single 30 game in a 38-game season. But what you have to do is in the games you don't play well, don't lose. In the year Arsenal went unbeaten in the Premier League season, right? 2003, 2004. What was Arsenal's record? Let me know in the live chat. In the season, Arsenal went unbeaten, the Invincibles, 20 years before today. What was our record? I'll tell you. It was 26 wins and 12 draws and 0 losses. 26 wins, 12 draws and 0 losses. Man City and Liverpool would have beaten us to the title in the past 5 seasons had Arsenal had that record. What does that show you, that record? That shows you that Arsenal, in that Invincible season, didn't just win games. We found a way not to lose matches. We turned losses into draws rather than draws into wins. And it's important. Guys, today was like an Invincibles performance and result. Sorry, not performance. Today was like an Invincibles result. We found a way to not lose the game. We found a way to stay unbeaten after 9 Premier League matches. We did not deserve a point from this game. We didn't deserve a win from this game, but we found a way not to lose it. It's the point gains. We will not play this bad all season long. I promise you guys that. That's the worst performance we've had under Arteta for a long time, man. Genuinely, I think it's the worst performance we've had under Arteta. Genuinely, guys, I'll tell you why, yeah? I know we've had bad performances like losing 5-0 to Man City, for example, and games like that. But given where the gulf between the two teams, given what I believe would be, in my opinion, a far better Arsenal team playing against Chelsea, we got outclassed and outperformed today. Chelsea were by far the better team. We couldn't get anything going whatsoever in that whole game. We didn't look like winning at all in that football match. So the fact we got a point from it, in my eyes, it's a point gained. Now, I will give a caveat that when Arsenal drew 2-2 to Liverpool last season at Anfield, I came out on this channel and said, I think it's a point gained as well. And lo and behold, we drew to West Ham, drew to Southampton, lost to Man City, lost to Brighton, lost to Forest, and lost the title. So the real thing is, right, we don't know if it's a point gained or 2 points lost. We don't know. If we beat Sheffield United and beat Newcastle, it's definitely a point gained because it ends up being 7 points out of 9 to start after the international break, playing Chelsea away and Newcastle away. But if we draw to Chelsea, beat Sheffield United, lose to Newcastle, it's bad. If we obviously draw to Sheffield United or draw to Newcastle, it's bad. So draws are all about your next game, in my opinion. That's all draws are about. You draw this game, fine. How do you respond next game? Do you win your next game? Because then it becomes an okay draw. Do you lose your next game? Then it's 5 points dropped. Do you draw your next game? It's 4 points dropped. Draws are all about how you respond. That's all it is, in my opinion. Now, thankfully, we've got a Champions League game in midweek, which is like a circuit breaker. We need that. A little Champions League game in midweek to obviously get us the players to get back into the swing of things again. There's a massive game on Saturday against Sheffield United. Again, let's be honest, we should win playing Sheffield United. So, guys, look, I think it's a good point overall in my eyes. I think it's a point that moves the ship forward. Before the game, did I want a point? Absolutely not. But you appreciate how the game went. You appreciate that we got outclassed, we got out-tacticked. You appreciate that our players did not perform anywhere near their peak of their powers. So you take it. You take it and you move. So Arsenal fans in the live chat, do you agree with me? Is it a point gained or 2 points lost? In my eyes, I think it's a point gained given how the match played. And I think we've got to look at it like that. But that doesn't mean that we don't assess it. I think players need to look at themselves. David Raya, look at yourself, brother. I think that was a terrible performance. Odegaard, you're the captain, bro. There's nothing more inevitable in life than Martin Odegaard going missing in a rainy away game. It always happens, guys, man. Death, life, and taxes, and Martin Odegaard going missing in a rainy away game, man. God forbid Stoke City would still be in the Premier League because Martin Odegaard would not have even been on the pitch in those games, man. Imagine Odegaard going missing in a rainy away games. Imagine if he was playing when Stoke win the Premier League, when Wimbledon win the Premier League. He would have nowhere near survived then, man. This probably needs to buck up his ideas, bro. You're captain of the football club. You can't only play well when it's home games and when it's all tippy-tappy against teams like Bournemouth, bro. This is a tough game. Roll up your sleeves, man. Rainy day. Muddy pitch. He won at it today, Odegaard, man. I thought Saka was poor as well. We too didn't do well, but we were going able to equalize. Yeah. And guys, also, yeah, I want to hear you guys' opinion on the Trossard celebration. I'm annoyed with Trossard. I'm very annoyed with Trossard. Now, as I said, did we deserve to win this football game? No, 100% we didn't. But it gets to a point, right, where for some way, somehow, some reason, you've made it 2-2 with 6 minutes plus added time to go. Why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating a 2-2? I'm sorry, I don't celebrate draws. I've never been brought up to celebrate draws. I only celebrate victories. The only time I celebrate a draw is if it's a draw that's going to win us a Champions League game on aggregate or win us a title. That's the only time I celebrate a draw. No, there's no other reason. I don't care if it's Man City away or Chelsea away. At 2-2, you smell blood, bro. You're an assassin. I want a team of assassins. Man City, if they brought this game back to 2-2, would have smelt blood, got the football, back to halfway line, find a winner. Trossard, on the other hand, he scores goal to make it 2-2. He celebrates like he's won the football match. I don't get it. In that position, if I had scored a goal that Trossard scores, I would have been right there getting the football, back to halfway line spot, telling my team, I'm not happy, I want to win. Do we deserve a win? No. But football is not about who deserves what and who deserves X and who deserves Y. It's about what happens in the top left corner of the football match. And Arsenal did not deserve a win today. But at 2-2, he should have looked at it, Trossard, and gone, we can get a win here. It's not like we brought it back to 2-2 after it being like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. It was 2-0 to 2-2. We, from absolutely nothing, from the depths of hell, sprung all the way back up with a lifeline. We were dead and buried. We were dead men walking. We were the walking dead in that game. We brought it back to 2-2. We were like Michael from GTA. We brought it back from the death. And suddenly, out of nowhere, it's 2-2. You get the ball. You go back to halfway line spot. You try and win that football game. But we didn't. We celebrated 2-2. We took the sting out of the game again. I don't get it. As soon as that game went 2-2, every Chelsea fan watching knew that the only way this game was going to be not a win, the only way this game would have been not a draw is if Arsenal won it. Look, that's not me being biased whatsoever. I believe that Chelsea were a better team today, 100%. But every single football fan knows this. Once that game went to 2-2 from 2-0 Chelsea up, the only two results that would have happened in that game was a 2-2 draw or a 3-2 Arsenal win. There was no way Chelsea were going to win that game once it went to 2-2. Zero chance. Zero. No way it was happening. Arsenal had all the momentum. Chelsea had all the confidence knocked out of them. The only way that game was not a draw was if Arsenal won it. But we sat there and celebrated. I don't get it because I know for a fact if Doku or Grealish or Haaland or Alvarez scored to make it 2-2 at the Bridge, they are not celebrating. They're getting that ball back and they're finding a winner. For an absolute fact, I know that, man. I don't get it, man. That really annoyed me. That really annoys me, man. Look, I still think that it's a point gained, but I still think little things like that, man, it's a mentality thing right there. Find it, bro. Get that ball back and go for a winner. Appreciate the circumstance. Appreciate that you probably didn't deserve a win, but appreciate that God's given you a lifeline there. God's given you the ability to make it 2-2. Win that game. We're the kings of last-minute goals. We bagged 2 against Man United, 1 against Man City. We bagged basically a last-minute goal here with Trossard. Go and win the game, man. We've seen Tottenham 1-0 done against Sheffield United. Win that game 2-1. We've seen Tottenham last-minute win against Liverpool, for example. Goals in last minute happen, guys, man. It happens for an absolute fact. We should have gone and tried to get another one. But it's one of those things, man.